cast of My Old Ass and the director, Megan. Let's start with you. I'm so fascinated by like what a personal story this is, how it's set in a place that's so meaningful to you. How did the story come about?
I think I was home in Canada one summer and I was just feeling extra nostalgic. I don't really know why. And I started thinking about, this idea that I think we all think about is like, if you could go back in time and talk to your younger self, what would you say? What wouldn't you say? And it was really that idea that kind of spitballed the whole thing. And then thinking about Muskoka, the setting where I spent my summers, and it all just came together from there.
It's like right on Lake Huron, right? It's
north. It's just about 2 hours north of Toronto. It's a series of lakes, and they call it the Muskoka Lakes.
And you were able to film the whole movie there? Oh,
I know.
wow.
Usually when you find out you're filming a movie somewhere, it's like in another country than where it's actually set. So it was so amazing that we actually got to all go there and spend the summer there together, prepping and then filming. It was a dream. I feel like it was a 1 in a million opportunity.
So this must have been like such a summer camp vibe,
It definitely was.
It really was.
We got to boat to dinner.
Yeah.
We got to jet ski. We were all in, Maisy and I had cabins next to each other at one point. We were cooking dinner.
I was like living in a boathouse for like the second half. It was like on top of like a little restaurant on the water. It was like so unreal. Yeah.
I mean, it was so funny. I was reading about that you would jet ski to where you were going to shoot, like on a particular day. That's amazing.
It was pretty nuts. Well, it happened to be faster than driving that day, so I was like, well, might as well just jet ski.
Chill stuff.
So, tell me about your characters. This is like a very particular moment in each of your lives. And, when things are about to change, it's sort of like the end of an era in a sense. Kerrice, let's start with you. What's your character going through at this moment?
So Ro, I think that they seem like they're very sure of themselves, and I think that's even the way that I come off sometimes, but I feel like that Ro is just a regular person just trying to figure everything out. And also like they're 18, like that's such a tender age and you're going through so many changes in like identity. You wanna be a little more firm in your identity as soon as possible. But at that age it's such a unsure moment. And I think that Ro finds the beauty in the unsureness, which is really nice to be able to experience through her.
Maddie, what about your character?
Ruthie is a little different. I would say she kind of floats in like in a very like sweet way. I think our characters are so different but mesh so well together. But she's very maternal and kind of the like timid, more like understated one of the group. And it's just kind of there to like I think just be like supporting.
Have our backs.
Yeah, I'm really the supporting.
No.
But in a really
Ruthie has purpose. Ruthie has purpose.
No, but it was just such a fun role to play because it didn't take much work. It was very authentic and very easy to play.
The cautious one.
Yeah. Oh, so easy to play the mom of
Yeah.
the group because that's just actually how I am in real life. So it was quite easy.
And Maisy, something very unique happens with your character.
Something very unique happens with Elliot. Yeah. I mean, Elliot, I think that like sweet spot of like 18, the summer before college. It was honestly like the summer that I experienced, I feel like right before I went to film, of like the summer right before like I knew there was like a big shift in my life. So I feel like I was fresh off of that wave. But yeah, like she's just figuring out her sexuality, her, family dynamics and doing all the things that we all do. But I find it very like endearing to watch someone kind of figure themselves out in a way that we all do. But she's just sorting through her stuff. But yeah.
And I mean, you and Maddie have been wanting to make a movie since you were 10 years old.
Yes.
That's incredible. And now you've done it. I mean,
I know.
How amazing is that?
It's actually
It does not make sense.
It does not at all
make sense.
And like being here whenever we're like posing for photos together,
We're like, we've never taken a serious photo together.
But no, it was actually I was already so in on the project. Like I couldn't believe how in I was. It just like everyone involved with it. I was just so excited about it. And then like having Maddie be attached was like I literally couldn't believe how perfect it was, and just like I didn't think it could get any better. So yeah, it was like.
And then having
the sweetest thing ever.
having Kerrice come in was the perfect third.
Yes.
It couldn't have been a more perfect group of people.
No, I don't think anyone else could have just like she just like brought it all together and like I think we were saying this, like we have all the elements of like a solid trio.
Like an Avatar.
Yeah.
This sounds like such a unique shoot. Like, it was so much fun. You know, I'm just curious, like, how, you know, when you're shooting any movie, there's so much going on. There's so many moving pieces. You know, how do you go about finding your focus on sets? How do you dial into just what you need to do in any particular moment? For any of you, as actors, as the filmmaker, you know, I mean.
I feel like Megan creates a really easy environment to do so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like so equally fun and open to give us the space to explore, whether it be a fun scene or whether it be like a heavy drama scene, like even working with her on a way heavier project before this. It was equally an amazing environment, so I think she really is a great testament to that.
Yeah.
Facts.
I think it's also easy to focus on something when you really care. And I think honestly the script was like, it's just like I just immediately like really cared about it. And like I felt it was like my first movie, and I think like honestly the focus was so there on all of us. I think we were very tuned in to every beat of it.
Maddie, you mentioned your previous collaboration with Megan, the Fallout, a very different kind of film, so serious. You know, what was it like to then switch gears? And was it like that you, Megan, self-consciously wanted to do a very different kind of film?
No, I mean, I didn't set out to shift genres so drastically. I think The Fallout was just a story I wanted to tell in that moment, and this was the next story that came out of me that I wanted to tell. And the next movie I'm putting together is very different than both of these. So I think it's just like the emotional core. Do I relate to the characters and the people? And that's where it all starts, and that's what's the most important to me. But it wasn't a difficult shift to like, I think the sets felt the same in the sense that when you do the prep, it allows you the freedom on the day. Doesn't matter whether you're filming a dramatic scene or a fun, you know, out in the water scene. We would do the runs, we would do the script as planned, and then we would do our fun runs, and we would leave space. And we did that on the Fallout too, in just a different tone. So it was sort of the same preparation for both.